Hello everyone, and welcome back to DMG. Today I'm going to be repasting this GeForce 6800 because I'm going to be selling it. That's right, I'm selling this card, and I want its new owner to receive one in good condition, well maintained, and also if I repaste it and do preventative maintenance, I'll probably be able to list it for a slightly higher price. Now, it is a bit sentimental selling it, as this is the first card that I bought that is older than I am. And I think it really kicked off, the era of retro computer collecting now, for me. And, I just really, really love this card. But the thing is, I need to sell it to buy a new card. And I only have about $100 in my checking, because most of the money from selling computers that I fix goes to savings for when I need to, for later in life. So basically, I've bought an ATI card that's gonna be replacing this one, and it's only 1 year later, and it can do the same things, so there's really no reason for me to keep this one around. However, I still want to, disassemble it a bit, take a look at it, and ultimately, of course, the goal repasting it. Now, it uses these little plastic clips. I hate these. And I hope I can get them off with a pair of pliers. Just gently squeeze it. That one went through fine. This one does not want to come out, though. I think if I push it all the way up and then use those to squish it down. Oh, there we go. So our heatsink is off. Well, there we go. Now it's off. Oh, look at that die. Very different than what you would see on a GPU nowadays. Ugh. With their 3-slot coolers and, 400-watt TDPs. This GPU die is like the size of an LGA 775, even socket 7 CPU. This is massive. Because of its low nanometer, this is like the size you would see on a modern GPU die. But of course transistors would be much more closely packed. We've got an Arx Dyna VGA cooler here. I just love these old coolers. The paste is very, very dry, it's flaking off as I rub it, so removing it might actually be a bit more difficult. And of course, back in the day, your VRM did not, VRAM, not VRM. Your VRAM did not need cooling. This is DDR1. Literally, it's the same as you would find on a stick of RAM. It's just standard DDR, which does not get too hot at all. I think I'm just gonna get a damp cloth and wipe that up. Alright, of course, rubbing alcohol would be ideal, but I don't have any. So I just very lightly soaked a cotton ball in water. this stuff will not come off. I'm gonna see if I can't get rubbing alcohol, because that will seriously help. Alright, so it's like an hour later. I went out, bought some rubbing alcohol. So I'm gonna try this again. There we go. The paper is just so that I don't get it on the desk. Oh, wow, this stuff is very full. Come on. Yeah, this is some of the most caked on, crusty, gross paste I have ever seen. The alcohol is breaking it up. It's taking a while. Looks like we do have markings on the die, as nVidia does. Most nVidia cards do. The thing is, I just want to be super extra careful because don't want to mess up this card, and like a slip of the finger could knock off one of these little components on the side. Now the stuff is just pooling off to the side of the die. Come on. So I'll just use the dry side to wipe up the moist old paste. Okay, they don't want me to take that off, so I don't want to break it, so I'm not going to just pull hard. Alright, there we have an immaculate die. It's just beautiful. Gonna get the rest of this stuff off of it. Then I just want to kind of brush the excess alcohol off. Like, it's safe to still have a bit when you turn the card on, but you know. No, now the cotton ball bits are all over it. Alright, now I'm going to use a new Q-tip to clean the heat sink. Just going to scoot the card out of the way, put it up there. I should probably do this to my Radeon 9200 as well, because it's an even older card with an even worse cooler. Actually, because there is literally nothing sensitive about this piece of metal, it would work best to just scrape it off. I don't want to use anything that will scratch the metal. There we go. That got the paste off. And I admittedly made a slight mess of it. Okay, here we go. Now, I only settle for the best here. This is Thermal Grizzly Cryonaut, and it's basically the best thermal paste you can get. I would say that's a decent size. I don't have much of it and I want to save some for an upcoming project. Still bits of ball on it from the cotton ball. I should be able to just push these back through the board. There we go. Now I've got a put back together graphics card. That's good. I mean, it feels firm. It feels well stuck down. And I'm going to go test it and make sure it works. Yep, it works.